Hi everyone. Today I will be going through three basic rudiments for all drummers. Some of these you might already know, but nothing is wrong with going back over them every now and again, alright? So I'll be going through the single stroke, the double stroke, and the paradiddle. Right, left, right, left, paradiddle, paradiddle. So let's get right into it. So the single stroke, I consider this the basic foundation for any, any music at all. The single stroke, and you can hear it in every single thing that is being played by a drummer. So the how do I do this? Well, I have my practice pad here, and what I usually do when I'm practicing is I visualize a kit around the drum. So I have the snare, first tom, second tom, floor tom. So I practice this so when I do go around the actual drum set, I know exactly what to do. So the single stroke, one of the easiest things that you will ever find, but also one of the basic fundamentals that is usually missing when you see certain drummers playing. So, as was mentioned earlier, it is just single. Now, I mentioned earlier that I visualize the kit. So, say for example, I am doing the single stroke on the snare and I want to move it around the kit. So I go 4, 2, 3. Tom 1, Tom 2, floor tom. Tom 1, Tom 2, floor tom. So that's as simple as it gets. Now, one of the things that I want to stress is that whenever you are practicing, always, always use a metronome. I I used to practice without a metronome and miss certain things. But practicing with a metronome helps you when it comes on to timing. Always practice with a metronome. So we're going to try the single stroke again, but this time with a metronome. So I am going to go at it at 100 BPM per minute. And always count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. When you're comfortable enough, you can start moving it around. So remember I said before, I actually visualize my practice pad as an actual drum kit. So I'm going to move it around the kit. So 2, 3. Tom 1, Tom 2, floor tom. Tom 1, Tom 2, floor tom. There you go. And that's as basic as you can get. So practice this as many times as you want. And once you have a better handle on the single stroke, you can use it around the kit. Now, at a faster tempo, you can do some really nice things at a fast tempo with just a single stroke. But practicing the basic is the foundation before you move on to anything else. So I hope that helps someone today. Now, let's move on to the double stroke. So the double stroke is that's the double stroke. No, we're just going through some basics here. We're not going to go into the technicals. So just as what we did with the single, it's the same thing with the double stroke. Visualizing a kit. Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3. And once you're comfortable, can speed it up. So this is also helpful when you're playing certain songs as well. You'll hear if somebody's doing a lick or a roll, you'll hear some doubles in it. This is the foundation. This is where it's coming from. So, as always, ensure that you practice it enough so that you can even do it without thinking. You can be looking at other things, but it's engraved in your muscle memory because you practice it over and over again. That is the double stroke. And as always, always practice with a metronome. So let's try it at 100 BPM and hear how this sounds. And as always, we count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's it. And as always, visualizing the kit. You can move it around the kit. And 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. That is the double stroke. Now, what is very important and what is very interesting about this is that you can pause the video at any time and you can practice along so that, we're having a nice little interaction. So that is the double stroke. And always bear in mind, always practice with a metronome. Don't try and explore other things until you understand or until you grasp the basic concept. Always ensure that you have the basic concept before you start moving it around the kit. As they always say, in order for you to break the rule, you need to first understand the rule. So once you understand the basic, then you can move it around the kit. And this is something that is very, very, very interesting. You can combine both the single and the double when you're practicing. So for example, you can practice them. So you can practice variations with the different rudiments so that you're comfortable enough. And you'll be amazed what you can come up with when you're doing this. Now, let's move on to the paradiddle. So the paradiddle is one of my favorite rudiments. It's one of my favorite rudiments. And reason being, it's because it's dynamic and you can apply it to basically anything. Um, you know, yeah, basically anything. So the paradiddle is right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. You get the picture. You get the picture. So that's the paradiddle. So always you practice slow. Ensure you understand the concept. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. And once you understand the basics, and once you have a grasp on what it is that you are supposed to do, then you can slowly try and explore what happens if I place the right hand, if I start the right on the ride or on the cymbal or on the floor tom, as opposed to starting everything on the snare. So on the snare you're right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. But what if you start the right on the floor tom? The bit right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So you can explore different variations with the paradiddle, and that is the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. And once you have that down pat, then you can practice different variations. So, what's the number one rule when you're practicing? Always use a metronome. So let's hear how this sounds at 100 ppm. And as always, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And we go right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. And there you have it. So I hope you guys learned something today. Just a quick recap. What we went through today was the single stroke, the double stroke, and the paradiddle. And always remember when you're practicing, always use a metronome.